Hey guys, welcome back to Frenemies. I'm Ian, and we are back with more of The Flash. Last episode was a very emotional episode, like Jesus. Especially the ending with Joe and Barry. Ugh. Not able to get through that. And editing, while editing was almost worse. Other than the emotional stuff, spat. Other than the emotional stuff, we had Ramsey, like the others, found out about his abilities, and he was killing all these people. He killed all these people, and they turned to like puddles, which was like, Jesus, I don't know why. I guess like with him not around, well, I don't, because like Romero didn't do that. That's his name, right? I'm pretty sure that was his name. He didn't do that, so I don't know what happened to them. I guess maybe he signaled them. Now that he knows about his abilities, maybe he can like flip a switch where they just die and melt into blood or whatever. I don't know. I don't know if they could like wonder if they could like form back together. They don't know about that yet. I don't know. But he killed those people. All those people are dead either way, whether they can form back or not, because he controls dead bodies essentially. He's kind of like a necromancer in a way. Barry was basically trying to teach Cisco how to be a leader because he wants him to take over when he's gone, and like how like the decisions the hard decisions you have to make when once Barry's gone. There was a struggle with that. And Cisco obviously wasn't wanting to let go easily and just like let Barry die. He wanted to do whatever he could to save him, but they finally came to the decision that the right decision was to try to save Ramsey, and he is gonna have to not try to save Barry because I'm pretty sure Barry's not. I mean, I'm 90%, 85% sure Barry's not gonna die. I'm fairly close. But there's just with the whole emotional episode, it was just very difficult. And there's also the bit with Wells. I don't know what exactly his plans are. I don't know why he's hunting the Monitor. The only reason I can think of is the Anti-Monitor, but I've gotten farther in the comics now. I'm like, I guess 3/4 of the way, about anyway. It doesn't seem like something he would do, but this is we're trying to adapt this into television, so it's gonna be quite a bit different. So, and he's not the one that's supposed to be attacking him. So I don't know. Yeah, I'm not really sure what his because he's trying to break at whatever wall that's apparently where behind it, Monitor's been holed up at. I don't know why he's hiding there or waiting there. I'm not really sure. I guess it's probably supposed to be his base, similar to what it was supposed to be in the comics. I guess I don't know what Wells' plan is, why he's trying to break in or whatever. I mean, there's a bit with Ralph. He mentioned he was gonna go after Sue, go after the lead that Iris and Joe gave, and what was it, Cecile gave. So there's that. I don't know if we're gonna go into that this episode. Yeah, I guess we'll see what happens.
You're under arrest, Ramon.
This is gonna be hours earlier. No, this is different. This is different, Cisco. Those are different guns. 12 fucking Jesus.
We've got too much going on right now to be taking a vacation.
Okay, look. It's 2 days. Let me take you someplace special where we can have fruity umbrella drinks and get sand between our toes.
I do like us.
I'm gonna hold it down with a little help from my friend, the Barry.
The Barry? I'm standing right here.
Not you, Barry. B-A-R-I. Barry Allen Replicated Intelligence.
What is Barry's favorite thing that I make him for breakfast?
Banana?
Who's next?
Okay, computer. What's Barry's favorite movie?
Empire. Actually, I mean, I've loved Empire Strikes Back my whole life, but now that I think about it, oh, God. My favorite movie is Jurassic Park.
There it is.
How does it do that?
Fuzzy logic and AI intuition, my guy.
The reason I'm digging holes underneath the city is, oh, wait, you couldn't possibly understand.
No, try me.
Nah.
Well, not much choice. Unless you can teleport them out.
You need time to rest that sexy brain of yours.
My brain is the Ryan Gosling of genius intellects. Okay. I love you. I look forward to spending time with you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Gypsy? That's different. What is going on here? Oh, hi, Breacher.
Long time no try to kill me.
Is she dead?
What brings you to my bedroom?
Hey,
Josh.
She's dead?
It's Cynthia. She's dead.
what would Barry do?
Oh, Cisco. He's trying to teach you to be leader, not to be him.
Right?
Put it away.
This is our only option. I'm gonna get us out of here.
What are you doing?
You know, I figured you would have known about that, Wells.
Her body, clothes, even her communicator were all vaporized.
Man, sit down. Relax. We may live longer.
What evidence do you have that anyone, literally anyone, is coming down here to rescue us?
I don't have any,
No?
but I do have faith.
Ah, well done, Captain. At least you haven't lost your sense of humor.
Next day I'm at home. I'm so hurt that I can't even cook dinner for my daughter. Doorbell rings. I open the door to what looked like my whole neighborhood standing on my lawn would cook food for us. You're guilty!
But you're not in your right mind. I didn't just lose a daughter today. I lost a son.
Ooh.
Because I still respect the man you were. How can you have such faith?
Because someone or something called the Monitor says my son is destined to die in some kind of crisis, and the only way I can stomach any of that is have faith that his continuing life or his death is for the greater good.
You see, Martinovo.
Ralph! Whew.
I called CCPD with a Ramsey update and nobody had seen you. Ran your plates, tracked your car to a block from here. Your notes had this tunnel marked. I'm guessing because of him.
God dang, Ralph.
Lone Ranger, you were like the daughter Mom never had. Do you know, at first I was jealous. Over time, I came to see you less as a rival, more like a sister. And that's why I'm offering you a chance. Nature never meant for us to fly, and yet we've touched the stars. And not by being slaves to the shackles of the natural order, but by transcending them.
Not hurting people, though.
Take a look at your own life, Kate.
I've seen your version of life. It's a nightmare. But you can still be your mother's son. She had so much faith in you, and so do I. You just need to have faith in yourself.
real question is, why don't you have any faith in yourself?
Because Barry's gonna die. What if I can't keep people safe the way he does? I'm not the Flash.
Babe, Barry didn't choose you to be the Flash. He chose you to be you. All these doubts, they aren't you. They're just noise in your head.
Oh.
You think I'm gonna let the man that murdered my daughter escape?
No, sir. And neither am I. Oh no, he found me. How did you find me? I tricked the collectors into lifting the QT net. When they did, I knew you'd jump at the chance to get out of here and try to open a breach. I just had to track the portal energy. Even though she'd been chasing me for years, she never even knew what I looked like. So when she caught me, and she saw my face, all it took was one moment of her flinching. She breached me to this earth, and I vaporized her. No. Yes.
It's not the real one, is it?
Cisco. You're just not wired like me. You're right. I'm a hell of a lot smarter. But what I don't get, if she was dying, why come here?
Because she knew you would bring Echo to justice. She had to lure him here to this earth. Cynthia would have liked you. I do too.
What's not to love?
Awkward.
I'm gonna say it's
I have to go now.
I'm gonna say that in a different setting, but better late than never.
The berry was a success?
Actually, I had to get rid of it. I did use it. I tried to use it at first, but over time, I finally realized. And you already knew that was gonna happen.
It's just more proof that you're the right person to lead the team.
Ah, very good.
It's funny. Cynthia wasn't the person I ended up with. But, I think she taught me how to be the person I needed to be for when the right person came along. And for that, I will never forget her.
And with these silent exits.
Battles are good, Joe.
All right, tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock, tunnels. Bring your whole fancy team.
Why should we do that?
Because I know how to save Barry Allen.
No, wait. Well, maybe yes, but I don't know. Okay. I mean, it's not that I don't want Barry to be saved. But doesn't this fall into the whole category of, trying to save him? And that could, go on with the crisis? But Wells also... So not... Wells mentioned him by name, Mar Novu. So, I'm wondering, does he know about the whole, if he tried to save Barry, that he... Did he know about that in the first place? Because he did mention about... I mean, we know he had the tracker on... Or not the tracker, but he bugged Cisco. But he never acknowledged that bit of whatever he heard. He never acknowledged that bit of information that he heard. So, I don't know if he already knew before hearing that. No, because he didn't. They would have mentioned the whole monitor thing as well. I think when he was telling Cisco, or when Barry was telling Cisco, so you shouldn't have been surprised that they knew the monitor. No, look at his plan B. Why is he? Why is he trying to save Barry? Is he doing it for them, or was he originally planning to do that? What is his? I don't know about this. I mean, I don't think he's supposed to be a bad guy then. Like the antimatter was a shot in the dark kind of a thing. So I don't think that's who he's supposed to be. Obviously, I don't think he's supposed to be a bad guy. But I don't know what his plan, like what his angle is on this whole thing. But speaking of Wells and Joe, I really like even like Joe was he even gave Wells advice. He gave him a talk, a Joe speech, which is great. Obviously, it wasn't gonna have the same emotional impact, but it was still like you could still kind of feel it. Just obviously not as much as the whole Barry and Joe scene, but when he was talking about his wife before, how things turned out and how the neighborhood they showed up and cooked food for them and they helped them out and helped them through that. That kind of thing helps to give you something to lean on and kind of restore your faith a bit in humanity. And just in the people, at least at the very least in the people that you love and that are close to you. And he's trying to obviously instill something into Wells. I'm wondering if something happened to where he kind of lost that. I don't know if he was just always. I mean, I don't think he was always like this harsh, I guess, on that whole thing. I feel like something had to have happened. Probably something to do with the monitor. He's probably pissed about him. Maybe his Earth is gone. I don't know. But I thought this was a good episode. Really good actually. Like it wasn't as emotional, but it was like there were still some emotional bits, and the bit with Cisco. Like I thought for a second, it kind of gave me a little bit of hope. Like I thought his powers maybe were suppressed. That's why he was getting the whole psychosis thing. But this other Cisco, Echo, apparently was he altered the white noise to where it basically affected his mind and had him sleepwalking essentially. Wasn't sure how they were like how Cisco was seeing that he'd killed Gypsy, which really like sucks. By the way, like that's just I really liked her. Like even though I kind of was upset the way she kind of hurt Cisco at first, or for a bit. Like she didn't deserve that. That's like not even close to being deserving of that kind of thing. She'd have to be like evil, obviously. And her dad having to be the one to see that first, or I don't know if he saw it first, but still, like you could see on his face that there was like at the point where he shows up, it's like he feels like there's nothing left of him. Like you could just see it on him. Like see the point where we pretty much knew like, oh my god, Cynthia's dead, isn't she? It's like that is the worst. Like being a parent having to like obviously I don't know. I don't understand fully that feeling, but being a parent having to be the one burying your child, like that should never be the case. Like as heartbreaking as it is to bury your parents, it should never be the other way around. But yeah, for a second I thought it was like hinting at maybe that one guy, I don't know, because he's kind of talking about taking Gypsy's place. So I was thinking, I was like, is it that dude? I probably shouldn't have jumped on that. I mean, he was just being being a douche. But so like I was like, he was a douchebag, but I mean, he's not that bad, right? But she wasn't. But I guess I should have realized it was gonna be Cisco. But because the thing is, they saw Cisco, but I thought maybe they could have somebody could have rewritten it to make them see Cisco. But it was just that they saw Echo. He seemed very much like a sociopath. I think Carlos did a pretty good job on that. He seemed lacking of emotion, like not in a like bad acting kind of way. Just like he doesn't have sympathy. He doesn't have any kind of like nothing would pull any kind of sympathetic or caring feeling out of him. Nothing would stir that in him. And I like that Cisco. I kind of figured that once he got the gun, that Cisco had changed the gun to do something else. I don't know what, but it was able to. It created that barrier that could stop him. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be like that. Basically, that field that they put around Earth to keep people from jumping or from reaching to another Earth in the first place. So that was pretty smart. I'm glad that. So I was kind of like, how's he gonna stop this? Is he gonna actually have to kill this guy, or is he gonna kill this guy? I don't know if that's something that Cisco should be. If he should be the one to do that, not just because I feel like somebody else like that her dad should do it. I'm just mean like Cisco himself, like that would change him, that would affect him. I get, like, I'm not, if he were to do it, like, it'd be understandable. I'm not saying that you shouldn't, but these guys, you know, I don't know what they're called, but basically the breacher cops, you know, it's their job, it's their license to do it. I don't know. They're cops essentially, so they're within the law to do it if need be. Considering he's a killer, you know, he's not first. He's a hacker. He sells other people's lives to another version of themselves, and he killed. I don't know who he. I'm assuming he's not. Gypsy's not the only one he's killed. He didn't seem. I mean, with somebody like that, I don't know, like if their first kill would really shake them, but he didn't seem affected by it at all. I'm wondering why Nash. I'm jumping back to Nash and Joe when they were stuck in the sewer or whatever it was they were. I'm wondering why he didn't just use his little teleporting things. That's what they you know, he used it last. No, it was last episode. Yeah, I think it was last episode. You know, there were the smoke bombs, but they teleported them somewhere else. I don't know, did he not have them on him at the time? I would think he would. He seems like the kind of guy who would always carry that on him. I don't know where else he would go. Like, where does he keep his stuff? Does he go back to his Earth if it's still around to get more supplies, or what? Did he just make them his own himself? Can he make this from equipment here? Yeah, I don't know why he didn't just do that. I don't know. I mean, plot wise, I'm glad Ralph showed up. I was really glad, like how more like he did great last season, like with detective work, but they're showing him more so as this season already. Like it's only episode 5, and like, you know, he checked with the precinct. He didn't check in, so he ran his plates, read his notes, and figured he'd be here because of I was gonna say Kavanaugh, because of, you know, Wells. Now it does seem fairly simple and straightforward kind of way, but I just like that. I don't know. I just like that Ralph was able to was the one to do it and was able to track Joe down and save them. Because I wasn't sure if like Barry was gonna show up. I don't know why I didn't even think about Ralph being the one that shows up, but I'm glad he did. And he was able to show Wells that Joe was right to have faith in people and those that he trusts, those that he cares about. I love a lot. I pretty much love all the lines all the strange lines that Cisco says. One of my favorites this episode was what did he said? My brain is the Ryan. No, he said
My brain is the Ryan Gosling of genius intellects.
I love Cisco's just so he's got away with the words, and I just love any kind of strange phrase he says. And then with the Barry AI thing, I'm glad Barry like that he saw it and he's just like, I'm gonna let him figure this out on his own. They're showing him to be so like more of a proficient or efficient, I think is the word I'm thinking of, leader, not more of a more of a leader. You know, he notices the things like he's not falling for people's lies. He's not like he suspected Ramsey in the first place, and then there was he sees last episode he saw the vial that Cisco stole and he was trying to hide to use to save Barry, and then this one he noted he decides not to, you know, put pressure Cisco on not using it. He instead lets him figure it out on his own. I kind of like that they're I think that the new showrunner, I believe, it feels like not to necessarily dog on the last showrunner that's been the showrunner for a while, but I just feel like of recent years, this new showrunner has done so much better with Barry than they did in the last seasons. They'll still do like every now and then there's still like that one thing with him using his speed when he should, but they're just what they're doing with the characters this season is just I feel like I know a lot of other people feel the same. Just vast. It's a vast improvement in what they were just last season. And I like that. I like that they had them take a vacation. So like for one, they didn't have Barry to kind of to come in, speed in, and just kind of deal with it quickly or write it to where they do it quickly, and then they write it themselves into like, well, why don't you just do this kind of a thing? But I was wondering like if he was gonna like somehow get a message from Joe and speed in because he could, phase through, grab them, and then phase them out. But yeah, but the Barry AI was kind of interesting. poor Iris though. Like she asked, "What's Barry's favorite breakfast that I make him?" And he's like, "Banana." And that's what it said. The AI actually picked up, yeah, banana. Just, like, yeah. I mean, it's the only thing that you can make that's edible. I feel so bad for her. And there was the whole like it like made him question what his favorite movie is, and I think it's just funny. Like not necessarily question, but like realize, I guess, that it's not his favorite movie, which is I feel like he's gonna get flack for that from a lot of Star Wars fans. Good AI though, I will say. But yeah, like Camilla said it, and Barry was also thinking the same thing. Obviously, that he chose you to be a leader, and he's teaching you the fundamentals and like that you will have to make these tough decisions, but he's not trying to teach you to do things the way he would. Like you're not a speedster. You're not gonna be. He's not trying to teach you to be the Flash. He's just trying to, bring you up to be a leader. So the AI thing, what would Barry do, kind of a thing. This I'll rely on this to make the decisions for us. Camilla's a really great. Like she's an amazing girlfriend. Like for one, like I'm glad they didn't go for a drama like he's broken up about Gypsy being murdered. So it would be very just ridiculous if she were to get on his case about caring about her even though she's dead. Or not even though she's dead, even though they've broken up is what I meant to say. She was very understanding. He's like, I don't want you to think that I still have feelings for her, because of all this. But she's like, Cisco, someone you cared about died. I'd be worried if you weren't upset, if you weren't sad. So I'm really liking this the showrunner, because I don't know if I don't want to say that the last showrunner would have made a big deal out of it, or at least an issue with the episode, or at least a moment there. But I know there are certain shows that probably would have made that kind of a drama thing. But I really like what the showrunner is doing with this whole season thus far, and I'm really liking Camilla's character. Like we didn't really get a whole lot of her. She's in this episode like a lot. She's basically she's basically a regular. I don't know if they said that she's a series regular yet, or if they've said she's a series regular. I'm sorry. I'm trying my best to not look at anything because there's so many spoilers out there. Like we didn't get a whole lot of Camilla last season. Not that I didn't like her, but like she seemed really nice, and they got there was a decent chemistry between them. But her just seeing more of her character now. I'm really liking her character a lot, especially the scenes we had this episode with her being very understanding. I mean, she was very understanding before too, with telling her when Cisco told her about the powers and stuff. She even is like, no, you didn't kill her. There's something else that's going on. It doesn't make sense. It's not. None of this adds up. And she was able to get him to realize it was the machine. She's the one that got him to realize that. Yeah, she's the one that got him to realize it was the machine that was affecting him, that was making him see these things and act and basically fire up parts of his subconscious towards basic sleepwalking. I just gotta say, I was kind of taken aback by Iris. It's like, dang, she looked amazing. I will say, I really liked her hair. It looked really good. It looked cute too. But like just all of Iris was just, Jesus. Like I didn't say anything during the episode, which I was just kind of like, I was also like, wait, they're going away? And I was also surprised about, I was surprised by something else, I think. I can't remember what was it. Hold on. Oh yeah, I forgot. It was the 12 hours earlier thing. I was frustrated with that, and I was wondering as to why the heck he was being arrested. And then we jumped to this, and I was like, oh, hello. Hi Iris. Then he took her away to Tahiti. I forgot what he said, but they need a freaking, they need to relax. They need time together, especially since he's gonna be. They're planning on him not being here anymore. So they do need some time alone. They need a bit of a vacation. But god dang, she looked good. We did get to see Caitlin again, finally. We haven't seen her since I think it was episode 1. She was there because Frost realized he still he still trusts Caitlyn. So she was gonna try to talk him out of it. I was hoping that she could switch as he was choking her and then freeze him or something, but Frost didn't come out for some reason. As often as as long as we've had her out this season so far, she didn't come out to help Caitlyn. I don't know, because usually she can come out while she's in danger, but she didn't do that this time. He's learned to control his powers more too, so there's that. Like he pulled it out. He also has like, you know, he always starts off bloody and then fades into just like the regular skin color. But it's also like it also ends in claws. It looks like what? And then he's got like these veins all up his neck too. It's like it's corrupting him a lot, like worse than it was before. Like I didn't know it was gonna like physically alter him. I thought it was just doing it to those that he basically made zombies. Zombie vampires, kind of, in a way. But yeah, she still wasn't able to get to him. So I guess that was kind of like supposed to be showing us there's no turning back with Ramsey. Like he's where he's at now. We're gonna have to stop him somehow. You know, do what we have to take him down. I mean, they're not gonna kill him. I don't think, but he might end up dying. Like something else might kill him, but I don't think they're gonna be ones to kill him. But yeah, I think that was supposed to be showing us that that's just it. Like, you know, we tried even the very last thing. We tried Caitlyn. We tried to use Caitlyn to get through to him, but even she couldn't do it. So that's it. We're gonna have to go after Ramsey like full on now. I do hope she stays more like, or Caitlyn, like they at the very least like they have a little more back and forth. I mean, I get that that would be really annoying. So I don't like maybe not do that too much. That would be annoying for the actress, for Caitlyn, Danielle, but I don't know. I've also missed Caitlyn because I mean it's been 5 episodes and we only get her to like we got her a little bit nearing the end I think it was. But throughout the whole time since episode 1, since the end of episode 1, it's been Frost, which is fine. Like I don't dislike Frost. It's just I've missed Caitlyn. And I said last episode too, like Caitlyn should be out too to kind of spend time with Barry as well. I mean, because Frost has been able to spend time with him, Cisco, well, kind of Cisco, but and obviously Iris because you know it's his wife, and just everybody else that he cares about is here with him in his last and supposedly his last days, and Caitlyn hasn't been able to be here at all. Maybe she has been off camera, like maybe she showed up, they just don't show it because they do that. They could do that, but I don't know. I really hate that Gypsy died because she saw Echo's face for the first time and saw Cisco's face, and that caused her to hesitate, which is why he was able to kill her. Like, and that that tears Cisco out. Like the fact that she was killed, like, is bad enough, but then 1, realizing it was a doppelganger face that did it, and 2, that her seeing his face is essentially what got her killed. Like, and he was using that like to his advantage again. Like he was telling Cisco that to get to him, even though Cisco planned to lose the gun in the first place, so that he would what Echo would use it. So, I mean, he probably went into that trap, but it's still like it still would have had to get to him to it would still have to affect him whether he. It was more he allowed himself to feel it as well. So like it wasn't so much that he was pretending or anything, or that Echo trapped him. He let him do it because he needed him to get the gun, and he needed it to be convincing. So he allowed him to feel it, and so what he saw was obviously real. And Echo realized that, or Echo saw that. That's all he saw. He wasn't thinking like this guy's gonna outsmart me, because Echo thinks he's just the smartest. Yeah, I think that's all I got for this episode, guys. I thought this was a fantastic episode. Like this season's been amazing so far. Like one of my favorite seasons already. It's only 5 episodes in, so there's still time for something to happen. But I'm pretty optimistic. Like the showrunner has done a great job. She's already made improvements on how they handle the characters in the first place, and also like just how they seem to have grown tremendously since last season. Like even as much as Barry has grown throughout the years, like from last season to now, he's much more perceptive and he's wiser, and it's very welcoming. I appreciate it. But yeah, and we got Wells, who's gonna be telling us how to save Barry, or his plan to save Barry anyway. I don't know if that's a good idea exactly. Like, I don't know if this is outside of the Monitor's plan, or he's planning for this. Like, this is the one thing that they can do. Like, I don't know. Like, because Wells, he seems to know about the Monitor. He called him Marnavu, so he knows him by name. I don't know if Barry does. I mean, I know Oliver does, but I don't know if Barry does. Because Oliver had more that direct a conversation with him than like a lone conversation with him. Then I don't know if did he mention his name is Marnavu to Barry whenever they both talked to him. I don't remember. But yeah, I don't know what Wells has, like, what his plan is, what his whole his whole goal, like what he's planning here. So I don't. It just seems very ill-advised, but I guess we'll see what happens next week. But for now, guys, that's it for this week's episode for The Flash. Hope you enjoyed it. If you want to stick around for next episode, be sure to hit the subscribe button. And if you want to support us, go ahead and check out our Patreon, where you get access to polls to vote on shows you want us to react to whenever we need replacements, and early access videos, stuff like that. Link for our Patreon will also be in the description down below. Again, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you all next week.